fascinated me when I was a child. Our Mesho Moshai was a Sheherwali who came from Murshidabad, Azimganj, came from a very famous Dugar family. And as a child, not child, let's say, when I was 15 years old, I went first time to Azimganj and I saw those palatial buildings which were much bigger, much grander than anything you see in Europe. Buckingham Palace, Tower of London. আমি একটা আয়না দেখেছিলাম ওদের জলসা ঘরে, which was about 60 feet height. What an amazing experience I had, and since then I became fascinated by the Murshidabad itself. And then the story I heard from my uncle about their lifestyle and what they used to do in Holi or what they used to do in Diwali, it was in Jagat Seth. I personally stayed in the Jagat Seth's house. He was not Jagat Seth but descendant of Jagat Seth, and I thought that time saw the mint, where the only private mint which was licensed by the Mughal emperor to convert bullion into coinage, and that mint was still above the earth at that time. Now you don't see anything. Everything is gone. 15 years back, we decided that we must do something to revive the Murshidabad, so we formed an organization called Murshidabad Heritage Development Society, and I am the president. We tried to promote Murshidabad, and fortunately, Darshan Dujodia decided to restore his ancestral property, which he was at one point thinking of demolishing, and thankfully, this property has become very popular. He's charging 19,000 rupees plus taxes, 22,000 rupees per person per night. A couple goes, he has to pay 44,000 rupees per night. Yesterday, it was a weekday. The property was full, which means we have people who can pay 44,000 rupees, booking one room during a weekday, not weekends. So again, I always wanted, when I started I-Lead, our first educational trip, we have that time only 26 students. Our first educational tour happens with Murshidabad, visit to Murshidabad. On the way to Murshidabad, we visited 4 towns which we can say as Europe on Ganges, which was Danish colony, Chinsura, which was Dutch colony, Chandanagar, which was a French colony, and Pendil, which was Portuguese colony. So we took our students to all these 4 unique towns, and then we took them to Murshidabad. And our only problem was that there was no place to stay. It was a very bad place to stay. Somehow we managed to stay in some people's house, which has no proper bathroom. So that was a big challenge. After that, we never ventured to go to Murshidabad till such time that some hotels came in Berhampur, and then we put our students to Berhampur. One youth hostel was there, but that had stinking bathrooms and all that. My students were not happy. So then I thought that, and then now a new education policy talk about experiential learning. So experiential learning is, and Modi has started Dekho Apna Desh. So we thought we must do something about this crowd, students. So initially I thought I will start a property which is basically dormitories come rooms. The whole design was done by me. Incidentally, there's no architect. I'm the architect. There's no interior designer. I'm the interior designer. So we thought because of my experience with PS, dealing with so many architects, I can easily design a building, this is no problem. So we thought we'd make it, but as we progressed, I thought I must add value so that the experience of the students who are staying there will be very educative in addition to the entertaining. So I had been collecting artifacts and, I don't know whether you know, I have got 4 vintage cars which I have restored from scrap. Last vintage car rally, I got the best restored vintage car prize.
Wow.
So we wanted to restore old furniture and old carpets, which has got heritage value, historical value. And I'm very driven by sustainability, so I wanted to recycle or upcycle things. While upcycling here, we had also restored a lot of unique Victorian furniture, Edwardian furniture, furniture which was a blend of Edwardian, Victorian with Bengali style, which the Bengali furniture makers have made, influenced by the Victorian furniture, and অনেক জিনিস মানে Belgium glassের অনেক জিনিস, অনেক so many artifacts we could lay our hands in, which I kept on picking up from the kabadiwalas and then started restoring and then putting the stories. So the whole place has come out like a museum. And then I learned that museum hotel now is a craze worldwide. Everyone wants to stay in a museum hotel in Europe. There is big craze for museum hotel. They are charging very high tariff. Still there is a waiting list. People want to stay in museum hotel because they give you an extraordinary experience of staying. So I'll just tell you this, why these people prefer to stay in a museum hotel. A light up on the immersion. They showcase historical artifacts, art exhibits, architectural preserved. That means we did a lot of preservation with the furniture was preserved. All broken furniture were restored.